Hey, what is going on out there in YouTube land? It's been about a month since I posted, so that I get back into the swing of things. I talked about on my Facebook gaming group channel that I was going to go over my Call of Cthulhu 7th edition collection, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I have plenty of books, and I'd like to go over them at some point in the future. But today I think I'm going to talk about if there's anything as a new keeper that you should get if you're going to run the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition or any edition. Well, 7th edition is the latest, so that'd be the one that you should pick this up. It's the Call of Cthulhu starter set by Mike Mason and Friends. All you need to enjoy horror role playing. I picked this up at a local comic store, or local gaming store, excuse me. It wasn't actually a comic store. I want to say I paid $24.99. You might be able to find it cheaper online. You can also do drive-through RPG, and you'll probably get a little bit cheaper. I just wanted to talk about the contents of the set, and no spoilers here. And I've kind of thumbed through this, but I kind of just wanted to show you what you get. So let's start with the very important set of dice. You have a 8-sided dice, a 6-sided dice, a 10, a percentile, a 3-sided dice, a tens dice, and a d20. I believe that's all of them. So, and this is what you need to play Call of Cthulhu or, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Starfinder, pretty much any role-playing game out there, unless you're talking about the old White Wolf stuff, which were D10s only, which might not be the case. So, set of dice, what you need. Definitely need that. And imagination, you need some of that too. So, just going to go over the contents here. So, this is book 1, Alone Against the Flames. It is a softcover book, and this is a solo adventure. So, this teaches you the basic rules of the game, how to make a character. Comes in at a whopping 55 pages. It's pretty neat. You can get a softcover book of this off the Chaosium website for, I want to say, I think it might be on sale right now, actually, so it might be even cheaper. But I think normally it's like $15 or $20. Book 2 is the introductory rules, right there. And this comes in at 23 pages. And this has the introductory rules. I'm going to maybe briefly go over the contents here on the very first page. Written by Mike Mason and Paul Fricker, Sandy Peterson, and Lynn Willis. The contents is what is the Call of Cthulhu, creating an investigator, skill descriptions, game systems, sanity, combat, that's 2 separate things, hit points, wounds, and healing, and last but not least, rewards of success. So yeah, and it just kind of gives you an overview of the game and all that interesting stuff that you're going to need as a keeper of arcane lore, or as they are normally known as the keeper. Book 3 is Paper Chase and Other Adventures, right there. And this, I believe, are a few scenario sets. Now, I think it comes in at 77 pages. Again, it's like a soft cover deal. And it has the introduction, the contents, has the introduction. Paper Chase, that comes in at 12 pages. Edge of Darkness, that comes in at 32 pages. And Dead Man Stomp, which I believe comes in at 26 pages, if my math is correct. And if I'm wrong, well, I apologize, because I don't have a calculator in front of me. You also get, in the starter set, I think this is all of them. Yeah. You get one. Can you get these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5. 5 pre-made investigators. So if you are just learning the game and you don't want to even make a character, they have this provided for you. Paper's pretty nice. Has a color photo in the top there, which is cool. Has some backstory stuff on the characters and kind of gives you the lowdown. And then what I think most gamers want is, where are they? I don't want to show anything that's... And then there is I think, probably the same amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And there are 5 blank character sheets to make your own characters, and I think what most people do is they probably just download a PDF, and so they're not, But if you want to, you can use these, or you can download some. So up next is a ton of handouts that obviously I'm not going to show you because that would be spoiling stuff. There's even more handouts, which I've now broken them up into 2 categories. So let's see, how many pages of handouts do you have here? I'm assuming these are for the scenarios that I talked about in book 3. It looks like there's 15 pages of handouts. Put those there. Try not to show anything off. And there is a map of Harlem from 1925. And it's, I don't think this is really, it's just a 1-page map of Harlem from 1925. So, there you have it. That's everything that's in this box set. So, for under $30, you can get your Call of Cthulhu game on. And, once you're comfortable with the rules and play, and you guys run a session 0, which is a concept I've only heard of fairly recently, which I'm a little surprised. But it's basically a thing. Session 0 is where you talk about what you're going to do in your game, the comfort level of your players, stuff that they don't want to do, just kind of giving everyone a heads up on what's happening there. So, it's interesting that there's a Harlem cutout because I'm currently reading Harlem Unbound 2nd edition by Chris Spivey. I hope I said his name correctly. Really interesting book. Super interesting. Really enjoying it. I have a ton of Call of Cthulhu stuff to go over. But I'm reading insanely slow right now. It's ridiculous. Normally I'm a very vivacious reader. Excuse me. I can read, I just can't talk today. So so there you have it. Comes in a nice box set. Yep, there it is. There's the price. $24.99. Where's that? Right there it is. Right there. $24.99. So I paid less than $30, and it's you get like three investigator scenarios. You have 1 solo scenario, which I'm actually currently doing, Alone Against the Flames, with the character I'm making, to eventually be played with a group. And I've always loved H.P. Lovecraft. I got into him when I was a young teenager. And incidentally, my wife got me my first Lovecraft book a long time ago, way before we dated or anything, when we were teenagers basically. And I fell in love with his writing, and I read everything to get my hands on. And I believe I had the 5th edition and maybe the D20 system of Call of Cthulhu, but I never played a game. I had some of the books I wish I still kept because they're worth a couple bucks now. It's a little ridiculous. For instance, I had No Man's Land, which I think on Amazon goes for like $800, which is outrageous considering I paid $20 for it when it came out, at my local gaming store 22 years ago or something like that. I'm pretty excited to eventually run a game. I'm supposed to be running a D&D game, so I have D&D books to read. I have a lot of those, which I'll probably go over. So there you have it. Thanks for sitting down with me for about 8 minutes to give you this little unboxing, of Call of Cthulhu. And hopefully I'll get some more stuff out. I got other games that I want to talk about, and for the people that watch my channel for the movies, I do have a stack of movies that I bought. Not a huge stack. I've really kind of scaled it down and focusing more on role-playing books. So there you have it. All right, you guys take care.